opening statement, and we'll take questions for Jalen, let him be out of here, and then we'll do questions for Coach to finish. Van?
Well, we weren't very good tonight, and just from the start, we weren't as sharp as we needed to be. We didn't play as hard as we needed to play. We didn't play as smart as we needed to play, and we gotta get better. That's the bottom line. We gotta play better.
Questions for Jalen to start?
Jalen, after the big win against Texas, you feel like you guys had a little bit of an emotional letdown today?
Yeah, we definitely did. Like Coach said, we needed that game because, coming off Texas Tech, everybody was high on us, and we needed that to humble us. And, we weren't ready to play tonight. So we definitely thought we was going to play better than that. And credit to them, they were scrappy and they played harder than us. We just were fortunate we had more talent. So.
Jalen, you guys were able to make a push there in the second half to get the lead up to 24.
Yeah.
What kind of changes from that point forward that kind of let Buffalo get back into the game that way?
I just think we let them feel comfortable, and we went up by 24. I didn't even know that, but we let them feel comfortable the whole night. Like they never felt us. They were shooting shots late, making threes late, getting offensive rebounds. So, like I said, we weren't ready to play.
You've had a great season on the defensive glass at this point, 4 offensive boards tonight. What was kind of the change in really being aggressive and seeking the second chance points tonight?
Yeah, just staying aggressive on the glass. The whole season, that's my focal point. Luckily, I got 4 tonight, but just trying to focus in on it the whole year. And I knew the 2 big guys, one being smaller and one being like less, he was like 200 pounds. I knew I was going to have an advantage on the glass. So just knowing that coming in, I tried to attack that.
As kind of the rebounding leader for this group at the 5 spot, can you kind of speak on how the rebounding has improved or developed over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I feel like we won the glass by 1 tonight, but overall, coaches always said, rebounds is important. Every game we come in, and earlier in the season we gave up offensive rebounds to like FAU and Michigan State, and even the exhibition games and the first 2 teams we played. So just trying to capitalize on that because at the end of the day, rebounding is what comes down to winning and losing. So.
And you were able to finish around the rim tonight. It seemed like both Posh and Jamil were able to kind of find you in positions for you to score. Just how did it feel to get your offense going today?
I'm not going to say it felt good because I feel like we should have played better. But, it's good to see the ball go in the basket. But, like I said, we weren't ready to play, and I'm not happy with our performance as a team. So.
And you guys held them to, I believe it was the first 14 threes. You ended up making 5 or 6. Just what were you guys doing to prevent them from shooting threes, and then what were they able to do to start making them?
Yeah, I think the first half we did good defensively in terms of threes, but second half we kind of let down. Like you said, we went up 24, and I think we just let down, and then they started making shots. So we can't let that happen.
Last one for Jalen.
Jalen, you guys have talked about being a player-led group at times, and you're the vet of this team, not only in standing, but also one of the only guys back from last year. As you in the leadership role, what's the message to the group after this game?
Just bounce back and be ready to go Saturday and moving on for the season. Just can't come into games like this where we're supposed to win by however many points, by a lot, and play down to their level. So next time like against Cal Saturday, we can't come out short because they're a good team despite their record, and we can lose that game potentially. So we can't come out like that.
Thanks, Jimmy. Questions?
Dad, from a coach's perspective, what did you see Buffalo do tactically or strategically to cut the 20-some point lead down to 7 and down to 5 with a few minutes remaining?
Yeah, well, we quit guarding. We the 3-pointers they started making at the end, like had our hands down. We knew who the shooters were, and we were just giving them uncontested looks. Transition, we weren't running hard in transition. We weren't. We didn't have it tonight. They set a ball screen at half court, and we just stopped, and the guy just goes down, shoots a pull-up 3, uncontested, wide open, and we just weren't playing at the level. And I give them credit. They were going to come in, they were going to chew the shot clock up and try to move us. But we showed at halftime. I mean, we gave 6 straight point blank drives to the basket for uncontested layups, and you have games like this, especially early on in the season. And as I told the guys, I mean, we've got to learn from this. We got to put our hard hats back on. We got to go to work and get better, because we learned a great lesson tonight in a win. But this was not acceptable for how we want this basketball team to play, and most importantly, how they want to play.
Coach, it was a slow start. First 4 possessions were 3 missed threes and a turnover. How did you kind of address the zone defense coming in, and how you can kind of attack that to get better looks?
Yeah, we were not aggressive the way we wanted. Every time we were aggressive with it and got it where we wanted it, good things happened. And I think just from the standpoint of that was kind of the tale of the night. Sort of we played on our heels for a majority of the night. We had some spurts where start second half I thought we were on our toes, but we gotta, like Jalen said, we gotta be better. And I'm not taking anything away from Buffalo. I'd tell you, last Friday when I watched these guys play, they scared the hell out of me. And I kept trying to tell our guys, trailing our guys, and we just, obviously I didn't get the message relayed of how good they were.
You spoke on the defense during that stretch, but during the run that Buffalo had, I was no many field goals in 5 minutes for you. It seemed like there was hesitation not only to shoot, but also just hesitating to make a move.
Right. Yeah, and I don't know what that was, to be honest with you. I really don't. But in fact, they had 10 or 4 block shots tonight, or 10 block shots. Yeah, I mean, and we had talked about what we wanted to do, and we got in there and we didn't do it. Where the other night we did exactly what we wanted to do, and so no, we go back to the drawing board. We got an unbelievable matchup on Friday or Saturday, at noon, and hopefully this place is rocking, and we're going to be a better basketball team when we take the floor. That's for doggone sure.
How important was it to get Jalen going, especially when you're facing that zone, when he's finishing at the rim? Just how big is that for you guys?
Yeah, we got to have it. I mean, in what we're getting ready to go against here coming down the pipe, we've got to have a post presence, and hey, the other night it was Andre. Andre was a heck of a post presence, but I think that kind of tells you the tale of this basketball team. Everybody's got to do their job every single night we play, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not asking for perfection, but they got to do what they're supposed to do and how they're supposed to do it, and we kind of went rogue. We were tripping out there tonight in terms of not following the game plan defensively, and we were just sort of playing it. It didn't work for us.
And Jamil's ability to create, I believe he had 8 assists. Again, he was also feeding Jalen down low and creating. Just when you have like a secondary playmaker next to Hodge, just how much does that help the offense?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, he was probably the difference maker for us tonight. He made some big plays down the stretch, and obviously DJ couldn't make one tonight, and that's something that we rely on. But you can't ever tie your offense to the defense, and boy, did we do that tonight.
Getting it back to 5, there's a lot that you can look at that from a negative perspective. It closed on an 8-0 run. What do you like out of that finishing group, especially when you switched to the starters but with Landon instead of DJ?
I'll be honest, I didn't like a whole lot tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't calling timeout though. They could have taken the lead. I wasn't calling timeout. These guys had to learn tonight, and fortunately, we finished on an 8-0 run, and hopefully we can look and say, hey, this is how we did it. But no, we gotta get better, man. That's for sure.
And then what does go into the decision down the stretch to go to Landon at the 2?
DJ just wasn't. He just didn't have it tonight. I don't know if they told me earlier today he wasn't feeling well, and obviously that has been going through our team, our coaching staff. But hey, we got to find a way to play 40, no matter how we feel.
Last one for Coach. Okay.
I saw Andre have a towel.
Yeah, he got hit in the nose. He had a no. Yeah, he's fine. I just asked him. He was fine. Yeah, but bloody nose. Yeah.
One more question. George Halkovich, he's a first-year coach at Buffalo, and he was an assistant at Villanova for a long time. When you play against first-year coaches, or maybe talking before a game, what kind of advice do you give someone as they're learning on the job in their first year?
I don't know, because nobody ever gave me advice when I was young. No, I'm one of these guys and I say that, but like the older guys, man, I got so much respect for like the Tom Izzo's, Bo Ryan, when I was a young coach in the Big Ten, and they helped me, and I think anything I can do to help coaches along this way, I definitely want to do that. I mean, that guy's going to do a heck of a job there, and wish him, I'll be the biggest, as I always am. I'm the biggest Buffalo fan after tonight. I hope they win every game. All right, thanks, guys.